receiving death threats. And this evening, what the governor now says she will give to the 9 families in that Bible study. Also breaking, the twisters and the hail smashing into windshields. Severe storms hitting in the next few hours, Baltimore, D.C., Philly, and New York. The Northeast is next. The takeoff aborted, the jet engine on fire, passengers seeing the flames. Also breaking late today, the new and important warning about Advil and several major painkillers, changing the labels. Dr. Besser with what every family needs to know. And the controversial plan for planes to save room in coach. Do they really want us all facing one another?
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night, and we begin with that defining moment late this afternoon, the governor's signature that will end a decades-long battle. The Confederate flag in Charleston will come down in just hours, by tomorrow morning at 10. And tonight already, strong reaction coming in now on both sides. There have been death threats for lawmakers after votes in the House and Senate, Republican Governor Nikki Haley ending the fight with her signature. Champions of the flag have argued it's a symbol of Southern culture, that it's part of their history. Critics say it's racist, a symbol of our nation's divided past. Tonight, the governor revealing what she'll give to those 9 families who lost loved ones in that Bible study. ABC's Steve Osunsami in Charleston leading us off.
I will yell as loud as I can.
Tonight, the end of a bitter fight that's lasted for decades. With this signature, South Carolina's governor is ordering the removal of the Confederate battle flag from the State House grounds by tomorrow morning. By her side were the families of the 9 killed in what police say was an act of hate at the Black AME Church in Charleston.
I do want to also acknowledge these 9 pins are going to each of the 9 families of the Emanuel 9.
Lawmakers, who are getting death threats tonight on both sides, fought and cried with each other over this until the early morning.
The people of Charleston deserve immediate and swift removal of that flag from this grounds.
Jenny Horn is the descendant of Jefferson Davis, a Confederate president, and even she argued the flag should come down.
I have a great deal of respect for my ancestors. I honor my parents, but my legacy is what I do while I'm here.
Without any question, this is happening now because of the shock of the church killings and the pictures of the alleged gunmen holding the Confederate flag.
And sometimes it takes a horrific depiction for us to really grasp the gravity of the situation.
The flag's many supporters say they're hurting deeply, saying we can't just erase parts of the past we don't like.
I grew up with that flag as a heritage. I didn't see issue, and I don't see issue now.
David, a reporter's notebook. 15 years ago, I stood on these same grounds covering this same fight, and it didn't seem then that lawmakers would ever agree to this. That's despite an economic boycott that will now be lifted when the flag comes down at 10 a.m. in the morning. David.
Steve Osunsami, who's been reporting on this for more than a decade. Steve, thank you. And one more note on this tonight, moments after the governor signed that bill. The first signs of a possible domino effect. Word from the NCAA tonight, welcoming South Carolina back, eligible again to host NCAA basketball events. Meantime, we are also monitoring severe weather. D.C., Baltimore, Philly, and New York all bracing for storms hitting in the next few hours. Already twisters tonight in Missouri and Oklahoma. And here's the radar right now, 40 million Americans in the storm zone. Those tornadoes already touching down in the heartland. This supercell in the skies over Tasco, Texas. And look at this tonight, Channing, Texas. Hail cracking the windshield there. This massive system is moving quickly tonight. And ABC's Gio Benitez is in the storm zone with the damage already.
Tonight, after 24 hours of havoc across 12 states, severe storms taking aim at the Northeast, threatening millions of commuters. The line of storms sending trees crashing onto power lines in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Those storm chasers in Channing, Texas, were tracking this very storm. Suddenly, their car pounded by massive hail. All they can do is watch, cameras rolling. Hitting with the force of a big league fastball, cracking through that windshield.
Yeah, tornado on the ground.
At least 2 tornadoes reported south of St. Louis, debris spotted in the air, cars underwater, and a state of emergency in Muskogee, Oklahoma. These storms bringing over half a foot of rain to parts of already hard-hit Texas. In Brownwood, evacuations. A man trying to escape his truck here, swept away by floodwaters. In Indianapolis, the water receding. Residents survey the damage.
I just lost everything again. This is devastating.
And David, tonight here in Philly, just take a look at the mad rush behind me. They know that this storm is on the way, David.
Trying to get home ahead of this. Geo live in Philly. Geo, thanks. Let's get right to Rob because it's moving quickly. And you were telling me these next few hours are crucial.
Yeah, dangerous line of storms developing right now. And yeah, the next couple hours are crucial. So let's get to it. Tornado watch in effect right now, as is a severe thunderstorm watch. Eastern Pennsylvania includes D.C., Baltimore, Philly, most of New Jersey. Look at that strong line of storms about to hit Allentown and Baltimore. Future radar showing at least by 8 o'clock Philadelphia getting hit very hard with these storms. Then by 9 o'clock in through New York City and then off the Jersey coastline. But the storms linger across New England till after midnight. And where there's not wind, there will be heavy rain. Flood watches posted for Connecticut, upstate New York, through St. Louis, and back through Oklahoma as well. And there are storms beyond that, David. Very active weather tonight from coast to coast.
The Midwest can't get a break. All right, Rob, thank you. We're learning more tonight after a real scare for passengers on board a Southwest flight from Chicago bound for Boston. Moments after takeoff, watch this. Passengers could see the fire shooting from one of the engines, the pilots forced to abort takeoff. ABC's David Curley with the tense moments in Chicago.
Just before getting airborne in Chicago, watch this jet's right engine. Flames and sparks spitting up over the wing as the Southwest pilot quickly aborts the takeoff. Another pilot calls the tower.
Fire on number 2. Roger, we're calling the fire department.
As emergency crews respond, the tower reaches out.
99, you need any assistance? Stand by.
The pilot shutting down the engine, the fuel line, leading to the fire burning itself out.
I heard a huge explosion sound, like a boom. The plane veered off the runway and he used the rudder to correct. And at that point, I knew we were in trouble.
All the passengers were evacuated by air stairs, taken to the terminal to board another jet for Boston.
It was the scariest moment of my life. I can't believe that it happened.
Engine fires like this are rare. In flight, it's often a broken part that's the cause.
The fact that it happened right on takeoff suggests that probably something was sucked up off the runway into the engine, damaging it and creating those flames you saw.
Was it a rock or some other object on the runway that was sucked into the engine, leading to those scary moments for more than 140 passengers? Tonight, Southwest is giving us no indication what caused that engine to erupt into flames. David?
All right, still questions. David Curley, thank you. Meantime, a United pilot is in hot water tonight after a flight that took off from Houston to Munich. The captain of the flight accused of violating German gun laws, carrying bullets while piloting the international flight. The airline says he tried to flush the bullets down the toilet when he realized his mistake. The incident now under investigation. Some pilots are allowed to carry guns on domestic flights here over the U.S. Now to a developing headline from the FBI tonight. We reported here on the concern over possible plots to kill Americans on the 4th of July. Well, tonight we have learned there were several arrests, plots foiled, and our justice correspondent meeting with the FBI director today who said those arrests disrupted efforts to murder Americans. So let's get right to Pierre Thomas live in Washington. Pierre, what did you learn?
David, FBI Director James Comey told reporters that about a dozen alleged ISIS sympathizers were arrested in the weeks leading up to July 4th. He said some had deadly intentions. Quote, "I do believe our work disrupted efforts to kill people. Some of them were focused on the 4th of July. Comey declined to identify specific targets, but among those arrested before July 4th, this college student from Queens accused of casing the George Washington Bridge. The FBI says when agents searched his apartment, they found plans for a pressure cooker bomb like the ones used in the Boston Marathon attacks. David, the FBI says it was and is a dangerous situation, the new normal.
Continuing to be on the watch tonight, Pierre Thomas, thank you. Tonight, a major development in a massive security breach affecting millions of federal workers, their families, and their private information hacked. And this evening, much bigger than we knew. The number has now been raised to 21.5 million Americans whose private information was stored at the Office of Personnel Management, OPM as it's called. Social security numbers, health records, financial histories, and in some cases, even fingerprints were stolen. And 24 hours after that scare on the stock exchange, computers paralyzing Wall Street. Today, stocks bouncing back. That was the good news, closing up 33 points as officials now confirm that the shutdown of trading yesterday was due to a, quote, configuration problem due to new software and not a cyber breach. We turn tonight to an ABC News investigation we broke yesterday here about a former president and the $100,000 speaker fee he charged a charity for wounded veterans. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross with many asking tonight, why would you charge a veterans charity?
And I'm proud to be.
With flags flying and Lee Greenwood singing,
I'm free.
a severely wounded veteran, Petty Officer Jennifer Penn, injured in Afghanistan, gets a specially adapted home thanks to a Texas-based charity called Helping a Hero.
Thank you guys for everything.
Every dollar counts for this veterans charity, and lots of people have donated their time and money. But not former President George W. Bush, who sent many of these veterans to war in the first place. ABC News discovered that President Bush actually charged the charity $100,000 as a speaking fee to appear at its annual fundraising gala in 2012, plus private jet travel that cost the charity $20,000. His spokesman confirms it, and tonight some veterans are outraged.
You sent me to war. I was doing what you told me to do. Gladly.
Former charity board member Eddie Wright, a Marine who lost both hands in Iraq, told ABC News he was appalled.
For him to be paid to raise money for veterans that were wounded in combat under his orders, I don't think that's right.
The charity's lawyer says Bush's appearance helped it raise an extra $1 million.
If George Bush wanted to get paid and we were able to make $1 million extra, it was a good use of the money.
Did anybody ask him, will you do it for free?
Ask George Bush. That's George Bush's conscience.
President Bush's spokesman says helping veterans is one of his highest priorities, and he has hosted other events on their behalf for free. But former First Lady Laura Bush also charged the Helping a Hero charity to appear, $50,000, on a night she accepted the group's Patriot Award.
And Brian Ross with us now. Former President George W. Bush actually speaking tonight with former President Bill Clinton, and he's made a lot of money himself at speaking events.
Well, that's very true, David, but a spokesman for former President Clinton says he has never received a fee to appear at a veterans charity. And late tonight, a spokesman for former President Bush said Mr. Bush has given millions of dollars to charities since leaving office.
And this charity says President Bush helped bring money in.
That's what their position is.
Brian Ross tonight, thank you. We have a concerning medical headline tonight and a new warning from the FDA about the popular pain relievers in millions of homes here in America, including Advil, raising your risk of heart attacks and strokes by as much as 50%. They're so concerned, they're now changing the labels on the bottles. Here's what they will now say from Dr. Richard Besser.
Tonight, a major change to the bottles in so many American medicine cabinets. Advil, Motrin, and Aleve. We take them for lower back pain, headache, fever, monthly cramps. The FDA now saying these NSAID drugs can increase the slight risk of heart attack and stroke by up to 50%. And that risk begins with the very first dose. The more you take and the longer you take it, the higher the risk will be. The warning label, which now reads may increase risk and possible increased risk, will now drop those words.
Taking out the may or possible and simply say increases the risk. But this doesn't mean don't take it. You just have to be aware, right, Rich?
That's right. For most people, the risk remains very small. And the problem is that all pain relievers have side effects. So you have to weigh those against the relief you're going to get from the drugs. Now, if you have heart disease, the risk is going to be higher, and you need to be aware of that.
Which is why the FDA changed the label here. Rich Besser tonight, thanks so much. We're going to turn now to those football players sidelined by fireworks accidents over the weekend, both losing fingers on the 4th of July. A star player's injuries worse than first thought, and ABC's Ryan Smith tonight on that player just days away from signing a contract worth almost $15 million.
Tonight, 2 NFL players putting their hands and livelihoods in jeopardy from using fireworks over the 4th of July weekend.
This is almost unprecedented. These players who had so much football life in front of them suffered such needless injuries.
New York Giants star Jason Pierre-Paul severely injuring both hands, lighting this massive display. Medical charts showing his right index finger was amputated. He remains hospitalized. His injury putting millions on the line. Pierre-Paul seen here bragging about fireworks while holding an infant.
Talk about fireworks on the ground.
Hasn't yet signed a $14.8 million deal for next season with the Giants and has until July 15th to complete a long-term contract. A deal that may be in jeopardy. That same weekend, Tampa Bay Buccaneers cornerback C.J. Wilson reportedly lost 2 fingers during a celebration with family and friends.
At one of his friends' house, a bunch of them got together just shooting off a bunch of fireworks. Had one explode while I was holding it in his hand.
Now, both mishaps could force NFL teams to send a message